Okay, here's a video on the law of zero exponents and the law of negative exponents. First, let's look at the law of zero exponents. It's really easy. Any number to the power of 0 equals 1. If it would be a variable to the power of 0, it would equal 1. If it was 10,000 to the power of 0, it would be 1. If you had something inside of parentheses to the 0 power, the answer would be 1. Let's take a look at a few examples. 2y to the 0 power inside of parentheses equals 1. Let's look at this one. I want to simplify this. See how the 0 powers with the x? That means x equals 1. So I would actually take the x away because this would be 1 times 4, which is 4. The final answer would be 4y. See how the x was 1? 1 times 4 is 4y. Now, what if we have one like this? Be careful. The 0 power goes with the m, but the 2 has to be distributed to both this 1 that's implied to be there and the 0. So I would end up with this, 3 squared, and then this is 1. So it would be like saying 1 times 1, which is, essentially 1 times this. So we just have that. And then 3 squared is 9. So that's 0 power. 0 exponents. Alright, negative exponents. Negative exponents simply says you're not allowed to have a negative exponent. You have to make it positive. And to make a negative exponent positive, you would have to move it to the opposite side of a fraction. This was 2 to the negative 2 power. It would be the same as saying that over 1. I have to move that to the bottom to make it positive. So the final answer here would be 1, 2 squared, which equals 1 over 4. Okay, what if you had x to the negative 6, y to the negative 4? Well, in these cases, the y would have to come up, the x would have to go down. See how you're going to have to switch those negatives? So this one, the y goes up top, it is y4. X comes down bottom, it is x to the 6. That would be your final answer. Let's look at a couple of these. This negative 2 goes with everything inside the parentheses. That's just like saying it's over 1. So to simplify that, you would have 1 over 2 goes with the 3, and it goes with the m. That's how you distribute. Okay, well, we can simplify that a little bit more because 3 squared is 9. So 9m squared would be our final answer. Here, we see we have a negative x that needs to come down. Okay, so if I bring 1x down, I'm left with nothing on top, but you don't leave it blank. There's an implied 1 there. The x comes down, and now I don't have 4 x's down here, but here comes one more, so now I have 5 x's down here. So it would be 4x to the 5th, and that would be my final answer. Alright, so here's your extra credit. Try these 4 problems out. Write down the problem, the number, the problem, show your work, turn this in to Mr. Riddle, and get that extra credit.